And welcome back to my channel. Unless you're new here, and then it's just welcome. My name is Rusty, and this is my channel where I talk about my favorite movies, mostly horror, and my favorite music, mostly metal. And welcome to my August 2023 update. This is all of the acquisitions to my collection that I purchased and received in the month of August 2023. I did not separate out my upgrades. I will just call them out as I see them. And as usual, we will start with the DVDs. Here we have Transpicos. It's a nice little crime drama. I really liked it. It was a little too short for me, but I don't know how long it was. But I really liked it. It was a good little story, had a good little action in it, and yeah, I'm glad to have it. This is a horror movie that I really found out about and wanted, called Do Not Disturb. I think I saw this on Horror with Hoss. That's where I think I saw this. He had some good finds, and I was like, "Ooh, what is that?" But yeah. Horror, Do Not Disturb. Do Not Disturb. Really good premise. So, yeah, I'm glad to have that. What is this? Oh, Night of the Grads. Really cool little 80s thing. I couldn't find a Blu-ray. It was very weird. Because it's like one of those, you know, really cool little 80s horror movie, and I'm very little slasher. I'm glad to have it in my collection. I looked and looked for a Blu-ray and I couldn't find it, so I'm like, whatever. This was damn near as expensive as a Blu-ray. Last of the Grads. Now this one, I saw the trailer on this. It was on some DVD that I watched, you know, and it was like, you know, other stuff, previews, in the previews, and I was like, oh fuck, man, I got to have that, and it's called Train. But that was a really good trailer. I don't know if you've ever heard of this movie, but it looked absolutely wicked. So I think I know I'm going to really enjoy this movie. Next stop, Hell. It's like Snowpiercer, but horror. Lin Shaye in Room for Rent. I really enjoyed this. It was like, there was a couple of scenes that were like, that's gross. But she's crazy in this movie. She is crazy in this movie. And it's like, I don't know what it is about her that made her like wait till she was like ancient to suddenly show up all over the place after Insidious. I was like, who the hell is that? I don't know, but she's fucking everywhere, you know? But I actually like, this movie was very good. I like this. It's a Shudder? I don't know. But yeah. Room for Rent, Lin Shaye. And one of my cam movies. This is called Keep Watching. We're Watching You. I really liked the trailer to this, and this is one of those movies like Cam and Spree and Unfriended and Dark Web and stuff like that. This is that genre, and I've really enjoyed most of the movies that I have gotten from this genre, and so I guess that means I kind of like this genre. So I was excited to get a hold of this, which is one of them. There's not a whole lot of movies yet in this genre, and I've managed to get a hold of quite a few of them. So now we're going to move on to Blu-rays. I upgraded to the Scream Factory remaster of Ravenous. I've got the DVD, so I definitely upgraded to Scream Factory's remaster of Ravenous. Cannibal Hell, Western type thing. Star Trek Beyond. Now, I already had this on Blu-ray. I had this exact thing, Blu-ray DVD combo. The reason that I got it again was because it came in a gift box, and in the gift box there were 3 collectible miniature spaceships, you know, on their little stand and all. So I got the gift box just for the collectability of it. So ended up with a whole new... That's okay. I've wanted this for a long time, you know, and like every time I tried to find it, it was outrageous. Open 24 hours. Little horror movie. So I'm glad to finally have that. Last Moment of Clarity with Samara Weaving. Little crime, psycho thriller. Brian Cox, Samara Weaving, Last Moment of Clarity. I think that came from Hamilton Books. I know this was like really disliked, but it was so cheap. So I got it brand new with digital. The remake of The Grudge, which, you know, I don't know. It's not nowhere near anywhere in the same ballpark as the first one. John Travolta in The Fanatic. He can play crazy very well. So, John Travolta, The Fanatic. Can't help it. I like John Travolta movies. So I wanted to have that for his section. Redstone. I really liked the outline of this. Teenage guy being chased down by an assassin, you know, for what he knows. So yeah. Redstone. Running with the Devil. Lawrence Fishburne and Nicolas Cage. I like, you know, I kind of like most of Nicolas Cage's movies, even though some of them are cheesy. But it's like Liam Neeson. I just collect his movies. There's some that I skip, but finally gotten around to completing the Jurassic World. I've got everything on Blu-ray now except for The Lost World. The Lost World, which is Jurassic Park 2. Is the only one that I still only had on DVD because it's my least favorite of the 3 original. So I was in no super hurry to get it when the option came along to get it brand new with digital. I did. So yes, Jurassic Park, The Lost World. Marky Mark in Mile 22. Mark Wahlberg, whatever. You will always be Marky Mark. But actually, I didn't even get it for him. I got it for that martial arts guy that's in there. He's the guy that starred in The Raid and The Raid 2 Redemption. He stars in this movie with him, and that's the reason I wanted it. But I mean, I like this type of movie anyway, but it's a good action, but like I said, I don't really have nothing against Marky Mark, but it's not the reason. It's not my main reason for this. It's that martial arts guy. No, I can't think of his name right at the moment. Now, this is an absolutely wonderful. I love post-apocalyptic movies, and this is called Aftermath. Now, I did kind of spring for this because it's like you can get the DVD for like $7-8, and I had to pay like $17 for the Blu-ray. And I'm like, why are you doing that? And I'm like, I don't know. Because I just wanted it on Blu-ray instead. So I did. It was an unusually big price difference between the DVD and the Blu-ray. But I did. Sometimes I just do shit. Because a lot of people would like go $7.99, $17. Maybe I should get it on just DVD at first. Well, if you did and you liked it, it's going to be like, but I know I will like it because I previewed it. So that was also a factor in me paying so much more for the Blu-ray, was because I really like what I saw. Isn't that got Edward Furlong in it? Yeah. Okay, I upgraded the Midnight Meat Train. It's one of those endings that really piss me off because you don't fucking really know what the fuck happens at the end. You're like, come on, man. But it's still a fantastic movie, and so yeah. I upgraded my DVD of the Midnight Meat Train to Blu-ray. The only release of Cujo I can find, but the 25th anniversary of Cujo. Didn't somebody strange do this? Mill Creek or something like that? And I was like really surprised. Because I'm like, what is a shitty company like Mill Creek doing getting a hold of a fantastic classic like Cujo? However, don't come for me, Mill Creek. I admit in the last couple of years, Mill Creek has been trying to change their public perception. They've really stopped doing those 50,000 movies on one disc thing. They don't do that as much. They've been doing a lot better transfers, trying to get a hold of better movies. And like I said, they've really cut down on that terrible quality transfer to pack 8 movies on 2 DVDs. So, yes, this is the 25th anniversary version of Cujo. It's too dark for me to see. Alright, this is Zoe Kravitz with Gemini. Cool little thriller. Zoe Kravitz right there. That's the daughter of Lenny Kravitz and Lisa Bonet. Granddaughter of Helen Willis from the Jeffersons. But yeah. Gemini. This is a movie, an action movie in the John Wick style called SAS Red Notice. I like Ruby Rose. I think she's a cool action person. So yeah, that's kind of fun with slipcase, brand new, with digital. Tommy Lee Jones in The Electric Mist. Great classic crime show, movie, crime thriller. I love this movie. Of course, I can't never see Tommy Lee Jones as anyone except for Doolittle Lynn from Coal Miner's Daughter. Now, don't come for me about this movie. I guess I'll take a minute to explain why. But this is the Gus Van Sant remake of Psycho. Go ahead. Yes, I hear you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, alright. Now let me explain. This is what I have to say to those people. I understand if what you want to bitch about is it was unnecessary. It was unnecessary. Fuck it. It was unnecessary. That I can understand. I can understand that. However, if you got anything else to say about it, I really don't understand you. Okay? First of all, it's damn near a shot-by-shot remake, which is what he intended to do, right? So I can't say that I hate the story, because it's the same exact story. I can't say that I, hate the shots and the cinematography and the sound and all of that, because they brought back the same people. You do know that, right? You do know the screenwriter who wrote Psycho, who did the screen, did this too. He just updated little things here and there. So how could I hate this if I love Psycho, since it's a shot by shot? Look, man, it's just Psycho done in color that shows a little of that guy's ass, and everything else is the same. It's really, I don't get why you hate it other than saying that it was unnecessary. Well, it brought the story to a new audience. You get to see it in color. I like the actors in it, I'm not a huge Anne Hesh fan because she was, well, you shouldn't say anything about someone who just died, but, I like Juliette Moore. I like the actors. And I love the story. I can watch them back to back, the original and this one. It's just like watching the movie twice, except you see different actors and it's in color and all of that, and I'm through trying to explain why I fucking bought the remake for Psycho. This is Megan Fox, Until Death, which I did a video on. I absolutely love this movie. It was fantastic, 8 out of 10. I think it was a great return for her to her. Sweetie, why did you do Expendables 4? You and Amber Heard have the same goddamn kind of problem. Why don't y'all come back to horror and stay here? You know what I'm saying? Megan Fox, Till Death. Love this fucking movie. This is includes all 7 unrated films. This is Saw, the collection. I've already got Spiral. I've already got one on, I've already got Spiral. I've already got 2, already had 2 on Blu-ray. I got Spiral and Jigsaw, so I didn't need that newer pack. I wanted the first one on Blu-ray, uncut, unrated. So that's why I got this. But hey, now you got all of them, right? Now I have every Saw movie. And I'm not a Saw fan. I just like 1 and 2, and I like Spiral. But, I'm going to give them another shot, and now I have the Saw collection to do it with. So it all works out fine in the end. I upgraded my DVD of Jennifer's Body to Blu-ray, the unrated version. So yes, very happy to have that. I upgraded Denzel Washington and American Gangster. I really love this movie, so I was I go through my collection sometimes and I'm just like, oh, I love that. Why have I not upgraded that to Blu-ray yet? That's how I will sometimes just pick out Blu-rays, go see if I can find them on my chair. My stool is in the way. But yeah, sometimes I'll just go through and I'll pick out DVDs and go, yeah, I'd like to have that on Blu-ray. and then I will go if it's available. That's the way some of these happen. So I just happened to look at this, and I went and checked, and it was easy to get, so I got it. I'm a collector. That's how things work. I upgraded my DVD of The Witch. Got it brand new, Blu-ray and digital. Yes. So now I can get the absolute shit scared out of me in high def. This is a movie with Antonio Banderas and Jonathan Rhys Meyers. I thought I was saying his name wrong. How do you say Jonathan wrong? I think I've just filmed too much tonight. But this is Black Butterfly. I love this movie. It's really good. So yes. I'm not a super fan of Antonio, but I like him alright. I've got a lot of his movies, so I must be okay with Antonio Banderas. But yeah, Black Butterfly, I really like that movie. I like that name too. I upgraded my DVD of Overlord with slipcase. Got the Blu-ray and the digital along with the new DVD, so we just upgraded it all the way around, and I gave my old DVD away. This is a little indie film that I heard about, researched, checked it out, and I really wanted it in my collection, and it's called Escape the Field. Kind of hard to find, but that's the whole point of being a collector, is I like finding stuff, unique stuff, cool stuff for my collection. And this was a really cool movie. I really like it. Escape the Field. Yes. We are now moving into newer releases and my more special stuff. This is the MVD remaster of Comin' At Ya. That is pretty much the craziest Western this side of Lust in the Dust that I have ever seen. So yeah, this is Comin' At Ya. MVD Visuals remaster of it, uncut. So yeah, I'm very, very happy to have that. And this is John Wick 4 in the slipcase. I was very thrilled to get that. I loved it. It's gotten a little too... I still like the first two better than 3 and 4, but I do love 3 and 4. But it got, what do you want to call it, too big, too much spectacle to me. Because, I mean, I'm being honest with you, there's some parts like the end where you're just like, you know, like when he was trying to go up the steps right before his deadline for the duel and go and get knocked way back down and go and get knocked way back down and go. It's a little too repetitive, and it's like the joke was funny the first time, but I don't know about the fourth time, you know what I mean? So it was like a little, what do you call it, tedious? I think it got a little tedious sometimes when you were just like, come on. Knock him down again. I swear more than 2 minutes has went by. But, yeah. But I still loved it. I still absolutely loved it. It's a fantastic movie. And I hated that they claim that he's dead. How are they going to bring him back for 5? Evil Dead Rise in the slipcase. We have to have Evil Dead Rise, especially since I don't really give a shit about the ones before. I like the remake, the 2013 remake, and this. This is Evil Dead to me as those two movies. I'm sorry. I know I should be tarred and feathered and ran out of town on a rail because I am not a fan of Bruce Campbell. It's alright. We can't all like asparagus. Know what I mean? Are you upset? Is it going to hurt you that I don't like spinach? Same thing about Bruce Campbell. It's not going to bother you or affect your life in any way. Evil Dead Rise. I was on that bitch the second it came out. This is a very, very interesting movie that I'd heard about. I previewed it, and I'm like, yes, this is Honeydew. Talk about a wacky film. Fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre meets something stranger. It's Honeydew. It's about a couple that gets mixed up in a town with weirdo cannibal with some disturbing don't breathe elements in it. If you know what I'm saying. It was, but yeah, Honeydew. If you haven't heard of it, look it up. Check out a trailer. This is a good movie. I will be doing a video on that movie. Then, of course, we have Scream 6. Now, remember, it's the end of September. This is stuff I bought and received in August. So, for those out there going, well, I had that 2 months ago. Well, so did I. These are the August purchases and reception. Okay? So, Scream 6, I know. And you know that I can, even if you don't. And it's okay. Scream 6. It's mine, not yours. This is the Kino Lorber remaster of The Little Girl Who Lives Down the Lane. Very, very happy to have that. Prior, all I had was the DVD. So I was very glad to upgrade that. Jodie Foster. Little Girl Who Lives Down the Lane. This is a little crime, one of those whodunit things, but I've always loved Gosford Park, so I'm really glad to have the Arrow remaster of Gosford Park. I had the DVD, so not only did I upgrade it to Blu-ray, but I upgraded it to a boutique group Blu-ray, a remastered Blu-ray. Love Gosford Park. Is this Arrow or Shout Select? Yeah, it's Arrow. Okay. Gosford Park. Man. MVD Rewind collection of fucking Mikey. Yes. You understand me? Yes. Mikey. They put those stickers, they're not real stickers or anything. They just want to make it look like an old VHS box. And I'm like, yeah, I get the joke. You know, I mean, I get the nostalgia joke. But you still make my slipcase look shitty. Some fool might actually be fooled into thinking that I got this from Goodwill. And it's got fucking stickers all over it. I don't know how I feel about... Isn't it cute to make it look like an old VHS box? I'm not really sure I think that it's cute. Perhaps you think differently. But anyway, what I'm happy about is to have Mikey finally in my collection. Didn't it come with... Yeah, it came with a poster. And I've got the poster over there. Pressed in my yearbook, actually. Till I can get a frame for it. Mikey. That was a Killer Kid movie that was missing from my collection. And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll pay that much. MVD Rewind collection of Mikey. Hallelujah. This is a banned movie from South Africa. This is The Shadowed Mind. Who did this? Severin? I think it was Severin. Isn't that Severin? Yes. But The Shadowed Mind, this was banned in South Africa. A little naughty slipcase. They banned it. It was so controversial and outrageous. It's about a bunch of crazy people in a horror-filled mental institution. I'll try to remember to cover up his butt. The Shadowed Mind. I'm very, very happy to have this. I remember it shocking the shit out of me the first time I saw it. And finally, our last little special. It's the Scream Factory remaster of April Fool's Day. Yay! To go with my slasher collection, we now finally have April Fool's Day. With the reversible cover of the original artwork, right? Yes, the original artwork everybody knows. So yes, again, that too cost me out the ass. I tell you what, collectors. We have to pay for our shit, you know what I'm saying? April Fool's Day, Collector's Edition, the Scream Factory Remaster. And that does it. For August, you see, I pull my shelf up here closer. April Fool's Day, The Shadowed Mind, Mikey, Gosford Park, Little Girl Who Lives Down the Lane. That's like the boutique collection for August. Then we have the new releases like Honeydew, Scream 6, Evil Dead Rise, John Wick 4, coming at ya from MVD. So yes, join me again next month to see how the film industry stole a bunch more of my money. And I will see you in the next thing I do. Love you, miss you. Bye-bye. Those were all of my, additions for August of 2023. If you saw anything that made you go, ooh, let me know. If you have any of these, if you have anything to say about any of these, let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you in the next thing I do. Love you, miss you, bye-bye. Always remember and never forget you are a very, very special person. Even if you don't like the Psycho remake. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.